Hello folks, I'm Michael with BC Shaver & Hobbies, and this is the Athearn HO Scale 280 Consolidation Steam Locomotive. The first locomotive of the 280 wheel arrangement was built in 1866 for the Lehigh Valley Railroad. From 1875 to around 1915, the 280 was the most common type of freight engine in the United States and saw widespread use in Canada and Mexico as well. This model most closely resembles a typical small 280 built around 1890. While it's not based on a single specific prototype, engines of this general design were widely used throughout North America around the turn of the century. Various versions of this model have been for sale since the 1970s, first as a model die-casting kit, then from Roundhouse, and now from Athearn trains. Although the basic dimensions are the same, this is a whole different animal than those old cast metal kits. This one has been brought up to modern standards with a smooth, quiet motor and gearbox, very crisp molding, and much more detail than the old versions. The frame and boiler are both solid die-cast metal, so the engine has quite a bit of weight to it. This is the Santa Fe version, one of several road names available. Although I can't find any information on the real Santa Fe number 687, if there ever was one, they did have several similar engines around the time, so it is plausible for the era. This version has a kerosene headlight and an oil tender. Depending on which road name you get, it may also come with a coal tender, an electric headlight, or both. Both the headlight and backup light contain soft white LEDs that come on in the appropriate direction. The engine comes with McHenry scale plastic knuckle couplers. All the details are separately applied and look excellent, including the bell, air pump, piping, handrails, and front marker lights. Backhead detail is also good, although there's almost no space in the cab. This engine has Stephenson valve gear, which is accurate for a locomotive of the era. One detail that does seem to be missing are the sand lines going down from the sand dome to the wheels. I don't know why they left that off, but it's not that noticeable unless you're specifically looking for it. Of course, you can always add them yourself if you want to. There are two versions of this model available, a standard DC version, which this is for around $250 Canadian, and a version with DCC and sound for around $350. The DCC and sound version comes with a Soundtrax Economy sound decoder. The model has electrical pickup on all 8 tender wheels and all 8 drivers. The rear set of drivers has traction tires though, so those wheels probably aren't picking up any useful power, but it does pull quite well. The two center sets have blind drivers with no flanges. This is not only accurate for many engines of the era, but also lets the model run around extremely tight curves. I bent a piece of flex track to an incredibly tight 10-inch radius, and this engine ran around it without a problem. Anyway, enough goofing around, it's time to put this thing on the layout and take it for a spin. Slow speed performance is excellent, among the best I've seen. It runs smoothly with only faint motor noise. It is a bit noisier in reverse, but not unreasonably so. It's a great runner overall, but I have had one minor issue, which is a high-pitched squeaking noise from the pickup wipers. Despite several attempts to fix it by adjusting them, the squeaking noise still shows up occasionally. Now, I don't think all of these squeak, it might just be mine, but it is something to be aware of. It's certainly not a deal breaker, though. Like most 19th century steam, this is a pretty small locomotive. For reference, here it is compared to a Bachmann 280, which is based on a larger prototype from the 20th century. Despite its small size, the little Athearn does have excellent pulling power, probably thanks to its traction tires. I tested it with 11 freight cars and it pulled them all easily. I think it could handle more as well. To paraphrase an expression, it will literally pull a bar. This little engine is a beautiful model and a great runner, and I highly recommend it if you're looking for turn-of-the-century steam and HO. But you will have to act fast because this production run has ended, and there's no word from Athearn when there's going to be any more. At the time I'm recording this, the supply of these is very limited, so if you want one, get your order in while you can. To buy supplies for your model railway or any other hobby products, you can visit us at BC Shaver and Hobbies or online at our new store at bcshaver.com. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Michael, and I will see you next time.